We are Two Guys Playing Zelda, and you can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Play Zelda or email us at twoguysPlayingZelda@gmail.com.
Welcome to the final part of our walkthrough of the Forest Temple in Twilight Princess. And in this part, we're finally going to be rescuing the last of the monkeys and and nearly plunging to death.
Yes. Save myself there.
Yeah, nice save. But we'll be freeing the last monkey here in a moment, and then we'll be heading on to the boss fight.
Yeah, and most of this final part kind of is the boss fight, so.
Yeah, it can be a lengthy boss fight. It can be a lengthy one, but
so we get the last monkey actually right here. He's underneath this floor. So.
And I like this touch. We kind of mentioned earlier a little bit of the throwback to the Deku Tree in Ocarina of Time where you had to burn the nets.
Yeah.
This kind of throws back to where you had to jump off the Deku Tree, fall through the net.
Yes,
I kind of like that. It's a very little touch, but...
If you think about it, there's really a lot of mix between the Deku Tree and the Forest Temple in Ocarina kind of come into one for this dungeon.
Especially, like I said, between the burning the webs and things like that from Deku Tree, and then like all these vine climbing and things like that, which were pretty prominent in the Forest Temple. I guess also in the Deku Tree.
Yes,
It's a good cross between the two. I thought you just killed that spider.
I probably did. They come back, I guess.
It's like real spiders in your house.
Yeah, yes. They just keep on multiplying.
They do. Now, one thing to remember, this seems kind of simple, but man, when you go to spin the bridge, make sure you're standing on the bridge.
Now, luckily, I did not do that.
I have made that mistake in this game on more than one occasion.
The fact that you said that, and I was like, wow, I never did that, shocks me that I never did that.
Because it seems so simple. But make sure you're standing on the bridge.
Oh, I could easily see myself doing that.
I've made that mistake on more than one occasion. But now that we've finally freed all 8 of the monkeys, they're kind of going to form a giant swing for us. Which, like you mentioned earlier, why can't we just find a rope or something?
That's really what makes this temple so long. It's just the collection of all these monkeys, really.
It is, because you're freeing them from rooms that I feel like you've already visited.
Yeah,
There's a lot... We mentioned this in the first part, that it's not a big map, but it's a long dungeon. But now that we finally freed them all, we can... make sure you time your jump, of course.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy one to make.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you just fall. You might not even lose health. You might just respawn. But good little thing right here is there's a fairy. And if you have a bottle, which I think you should have a bottle, I think somebody gives you one.
Yeah, actually what you get it from is lantern oil.
Yeah.
You can buy the bottle of lantern oil, but of course what you really care about is the bottle.
Yeah. And so when we fight the boss, there'll be hearts on the side, which there always is.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you can get a fairy and a bottle, do it.
Especially when you only have 3 hearts.
Yes.
And this is definitely an interesting boss fight. He's not easy.
Yeah, kind of a cool unlock right there, though.
I do like that. I do like that.
I like that.
It makes it feel like a more significant lock than the ones you've been dealing with. Which, it's a bigger key, all that good stuff.
I think I really needed a key to unlock that thing.
You weren't breaking it with your sword, that's for sure. I do like this, the pink, poisonous, purple, whatever color that is.
Kind of looks like Woodfall.
Exactly.
Actually.
It's a great throwback to Majora's Mask. And also, I guess, before you get in this dungeon, you have to go through the purple fog as well. That the monkey kind of leads you through with the lantern.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I understand that.
But yeah, I thought that was a nice little throwback to Majora's Mask. Now, this boss fight...
Diababa.
He's not easy. But I do like... And you'll see this...
he ain't that hard.
Well, he's not impossible or anything like that. But in the second phase, you'll see...
Well, if he's impossible, there'd be no Twilight Princess.
True, you just die in this dungeon and that'd be the end. But,
it'd be like playing Zelda 2.
There might not even be a second dungeon in that game. I don't know. I've never been there. But the first stage is really easy. Just throw the boomerang, pick up the bombs, and lock on to the heads.
Yeah.
And they'll swallow them and go down. Then the rest of them.
Yes. And the second part that, we'll call him the ape, I guess, or ape.
Yeah.
He comes back and, like, he swings across the middle.
Yeah.
What's kind of hard is you got to time it right, because a lot of times what I do is I catch it, and then it swings right into the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, here in a second. Yeah, it takes a little while to spawn.
I love that effect right there.
How it kind of zooms in right to the face. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And it makes the heads look so huge.
It ain't cool when you get hit, but...
No, he nailed you good the first time.
That is true. Something else I never thought about till you said it right there. Good point, Red.
And I do like that the monkey that we freed earlier from the parasite or insect, whatever, comes back to help us. I thought that was a nice touch. Especially since we're using his weapon, too.
Yeah. So this part's not tough right here, but just like, it's kind of a timing thing, really.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how long you have before one of those heads comes after you.
I'm not sure either. You have that long. Is how long you have.
Nice. But it can be hard to target the bomb when he's swinging back and forth.
Also, this the big thing in the middle can also dodge it. Like sometimes it'll turn its head and it'll come flying back to you, as you'll see. I think twice.
You'll see it do it once or twice.
I think I do it twice.
Now, do you remember if you played this, or if you're playing this on the GameCube instead of the Wii, so you don't have to aim with the Wiimote? If it was easier to Z-target onto...
It probably was, and that's where he kind of... I got to him, he dodged it, he moved his head.
That was a really neat trick, though, because it brought the bomb to you, and you dropped it right into the other guy's mouth.
That was luck.
I'm trying to give you credit here or something. I thought it was...
No, that was luck. I was watching that yesterday, I was like, that was luck.
I thought it looked pretty sweet.
It was. Well, yeah, heck yeah, it looked sweet. Actually, I probably should have said that I meant to do that.
I thought you did. Maybe I'm giving you too much credit.
Yeah.
Whoa, watch out for the poison.
If I pull off, and I don't know if you can actually even get away from this. Like, I've tried.
He blows for a while.
Yeah, I've never been able to dodge it.
I don't know. Actually, I think that might be the only time he does essentially kill him on your next try here.
You only gotta get him twice, really.
Yeah, as long as you get enough sword hits in. And as long as he doesn't dodge it.
I think the last time I do like a final blow or something, that's where like you see the bomb hit the wall.
But at least you've seen we got hit a few times, and with only 3 hearts, it doesn't take much to kill you. But there are those pots of hearts surrounding the side.
And then we also had the fairy in the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Before we entered the boss room, so I think I get him. No, that's where he dodges his head again. Yeah. And I'm not sure like what makes him. Dude, that one on the right has had my number this fight.
I think it might just be kind of random. I don't know if there's...
It could be.
Because you nailed him there.
Yeah, I got him there,
Yeah, maybe it's not random.
I think this is it right here, because I think we, get the final blow on him.
Means you got a lot of good shots on him the first time.
Now, there's no way that I can even take more than one sword swipe.
Come on, I can't.
Come on.
Pretty cool little death there, though.
Yeah.
I just did like the effect of the 2 heads, like, zooming in on you.
Yeah, that was really neat. And as you just mentioned, that's kind of a cool dying effect right there, I could say. Which there's a lot of temples that have pretty cool dying effects, I guess you could say.
I agree. Just a nice little touch at the end of a boss fight. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, it just kind of like stays there. I like your whole. It's not staying there much longer.
We were wrong on that.
Yeah. But I do kind of like how you mentioned before this boss fight, like, the whole, as you can see, the swamp is not poisonous now, which kind of also is a reflection back to Woodfall, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Nice little touches. I'm a fan. Just little things like that, especially if you've played the games recently, really pop out at you. Like, we played Woodfall earlier.
Yeah, I like the little flashbacks, but they don't, like, I guess, overwhelm you, I guess.
They don't beat you over the head.
It doesn't feel exactly the same. It's just like, oh, we're just going to throw this in there.
Yeah, it's like longtime fans or like diehard fans will pick up on little things. Or even not necessarily diehard fans.
Which we're just a little bit of fans, but,
we're doing this project.
Yeah.
But Min is basically explaining to you now that a fused shadow is what it's called that created that monster, and she's going to try to collect 3 of them, and then she'll explain to you what they are when you've collected all 3. And she tells you that the other 2 goddesses or spirits...
light spirits.
Thank you, not goddesses.
Which we actually talked to before we get the light tears.
Yep. We've already freed one of them. Farron, whatever his name is.
I'm not sure.
Named after the
Farron Woods.
Yeah.
I don't know if the light spirit is actually that name or not. I can't remember.
I don't know. That's a good question. And thankfully, now that we're done with this temple, we don't have to worry about freeing any more monkeys the rest of this game. But this does wrap up our walkthrough of the Forest Temple.